Fabio Wardley versus Justice Hooney in Ipswich Saturday night gone. Humdinger of a fight. Let's just get down to the meat and potatoes. At the end of the day, Justice Hooney was winning this fight at a canter. We're never going to try to break down the fight round by round. What was happening was Fabio Wardley was limited with his output. As much of a strong puncher that he is, he was limited with his punch selection. Selecting to go for the 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. And the experience of Justice Hooney, as I said, he's an experienced amateur, which has stood him in good stead in his pro career so far, to this point. He was actually making Fabio Wardley miss a lot. And when you throw in all these heavy punches and you're missing, it's hard to keep your energy levels up when you're missing with all these energy shots that you're putting into every shot. Missing, getting tired, getting caught. A lot of punches to the face. Fabio Wardley was holding a lot of punishment, but where Justice Hooney wouldn't hold his feet and try to really land some power shots, he was very much in his amateur style prowess in this fight, moving, getting out of the way, making him miss, and then trying to make him pay, which was working, winning round by round by round. I don't know if I gave Fabio Wardley more than 2 rounds up until the round in question, which was the 10th round. And in this 10th round, Fabio Wardley was really tired. And Justice Hooney was really trying to put the hammer down. And in my opinion, he got a bit greedy, wanted to hit Fabio Wardley more than he actually needed to, because at this point he was winning the rounds by far. I don't think, as I said, I gave Fabio Wardley more than 2 rounds up until this 10th round. So he's like 7-2. Justice Hooney is up in rounds, in my opinion, at this point. So all he has to do is just keep on winning these rounds like he's been doing. But he's still trying to put the pressure on. And as he's trying to put the pressure on, Fabio Wardley catches him coming in with a overhand right that was nice and short and sharp. Caught him flush in the jawbone area, sending him reeling to the canvas. And he was a bit laboured in getting up, but the referee, in my opinion, did hurry and rush the 10 count. But not badly, but enough to say Justice Hooney did get up before the 10 count. So he could have at least given him the benefit of the doubt to try and carry on. But the flip side to that is he was in a dazed place, and Fabio Wardley had got a second wind from the fact that he had knocked him down. Who knows what other bits of damage could have been done to Justice Hooney if the ref had let him actually continue. And we've got to remember that Justice Hooney had a very short period to prepare for this fight. He didn't have a full camp because he was supposed to fight Big Baby Miller before this. He got replaced by Justice Hooney. I think it was maybe 2 to 4 weeks out. He got word that he was fighting. So he didn't have a full camp for this situation. So at the same time, he can live to fight another day. They're calling for an immediate rematch. I will not see Fabio Wardley giving him a rematch right now. He's going to be like, why would I do that? I'm on the road to try and get a championship. Why am I rematching against a fellow contender? That doesn't make sense. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm out of there. And he's going to cut his losses and say, yep, see you later. Maybe if he gets the title and Justice Hooney gets himself into contender status, then there is very much call for the rematch, and it will have a nice little story there, and it would have a big build-up, and it would work out to be a bigger fight than it could have been. So there's that to look forward to if Fabio Wardley gets to that title shot, because I'm not sure how much longer he can do this tough guy routine of taking punishment to then land a heavy shot himself. When he fought Fraser Clark the first time, he took so much punishment in that fight. But because he dropped Fraser and did do well in that fight himself, he got the draw. But if you look at his face after that fight, it was battered and bruised, bleeding all over the place. And to be fair, this fight, even though he wasn't battered and bruised as much, he still was bruised enough to know that he was in a war. Because comparing the two fighters' faces after the fight, it clearly shows that one man was getting a lot of punishment while the other man didn't hold that much punishment. Justice Hooney's camp has tried to go on like they're going to file a complaint against the referee's decision of how he counted to 10. But it wasn't the ref, as we know. Or if we don't know, what happens is the official, when the boxer hits the ground, the official outside of the ring starts the count. The ref then takes his cue from the official outside. So it might be at 3, 4 when the ref starts. And by the time he got to 10, the way Justice Hooney was getting up, he was very susceptible to be taking a lot of punishment because, as I said, Fabio Wardley's second win had kicked in. So Justice Hooney himself isn't too fussed about the situation. After the fight, he was like, stuff happens. This is how it goes. This is heavyweight boxing. You live to fight another day and he'll be back. So good luck to Justice Hooney. I think he should more focus on getting his power behind his shots because he is a good competitor. He is a good boxer. But not everybody can fight like Usyk at the heavyweight level. So you need to be able to stop these guys or at least deliver a bit more power to get more respect from these guys. Because, you were up so far in this fight. You really didn't need to push the action the way you did. And you ran yourself into that overhand right. So it is actually your fault. So this is something you need to work on. As for Fabio Wardley going forward, we're going to get to see what he's going to do now. But he is definitely made a name for himself. And he is being looked at all over the world as to be the next man up, as in a contender to fight the champion or become a champion when all the belts get fragmented, as I think it will do, because I believe that Usyk will beat Dubois again, and then he will not be looking to fight a Fabio Wardley or anything like that. He is looking at retirement, in my opinion. His friend Lomachenko just retired, and it could go the same way for Usyk. These guys have had very, very, very long amateur careers, which has eaten up a lot of their pro career time. So now they're at the end. These guys ain't no spring chickens. They're looking to retire, which will fragment the belts. And maybe Fabio Wardley will be there to pick one up, because I believe he will have another fight before we know what's actually happening with these belts. Who he will fight, time will tell. I'm not sure right now. But as for now, well done for the magnificent pulling it out of the hat victory over Justice Hooney. And this is definitely a fight for the future in the making. So I'm going to watch this space to see what happens. But well done, Fabio. I said you were going to knock him out in the 7th. To be fair to you, as I'm watching the fight, I'm thinking, I've got this one wrong. He's not getting knocked out and he's going to lose this on point. I did say that he weren't going to beat this guy on points, but he did leave it until the 11th and get that shot in to knock out and finish Justice Hooney. Well done to both combatants. A lot of warrior business going on that night over there in Ipswich. I'll see you guys in the next video.